So we move on to the Xbot Go Chameleon AI Sports Cameraman unboxing. And we can see, first of all, it comes in quite a nice sort of silver and black classy box, and it tells us what we get in the box on the back. So we get the gimbal and we get a remote control for it. The box just slides out as you would expect, and it reveals in place the gimbal and the remote control. Now, as we can see, the gimbal itself is brightly coloured in yellow, so it's really easy to see. And underneath, obviously, we've got that screw adapter to put it onto a tripod. That will enable it to film safe and secure. Also in the box, we've got the remote, we've got some instructions, and we've got a USB-C cable for charging. And we're just checking the bottom there to make sure there's nothing else there, and there isn't. So we'll put it all back together and we'll take a further closer look. Xbot Go did send me this for free to review. I didn't receive any money for it. They won't see this video before it goes out, and everything in here is my own thoughts and opinions. So to power this on, you just hold the button down for a couple of seconds and it powers on. You've got 4 power lights on the bottom, which show obviously 25% chunks of battery remaining. And on the back, you've got the USB Type-C for charging. When you get it, you've got a remote which has got a battery in it, but you will need to take the back off and just remove the protective tab that stops the battery draining in transit. And then you just need to put the battery back in, put the case, the cover back on the case, and you are ready to go. The great thing when you unbox this that you're not going to miss is the detailed user manual. It's small, but it's practical, and it gives you step-by-step guides. And obviously the remote control, again, is relatively small but practical, and you can switch between sports and different types of things, and you've got all the light indicators, etc. on it. So if we look at some features of the Chameleon versus the first generation from Xbot Go, the gimbal, there's a few things that this does a lot better. First is a new feature that's in development whereby it can track multiple subjects simultaneously. You can also track players by their jersey number by taking a quick snap of their jersey. The gimbal then recognises that and will pick them out and follow them on the court or the pitch or the field. And considering how chaotic and full-on sports can get, it performs really, really well. Now, the app also offers the ability to broadcast live streams directly from the field, which, when you're considering that this is going to be tracking players or action, depending on what you set it up for, and then also live streaming as well, this has really got some crazy potential. And if I can just pause this video here for 1 second, just to mention our members: Barry Morgan FPV, Han Solo, Only Drones, Mark Duplex, and Dizzy Dean FPV. Tier start from as little as $1.99 a month. Some will get you extra free entries into competitions, although all competitions are always going to be free, and all tiers will enable you to get your name shouted out in these videos. If I haven't quite earned that from you yet, that's absolutely fine. Please drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video to help push it to people who may well be interested. Now let's continue with the video. So when it comes to tracking accuracy, the Chameleon outperforms the gimbal by about 10%, 95% to 85%. And also you can use more frames per second, whereas the gimbal was sort of locked at 30 frames per second. The Chameleon will allow you to record up to 60 frames per second, which is obviously a much better choice for sports. The Chameleon also offers a higher resolution setting as well, including up to 4K, whereas the gimbal was limited to 1080p. The gimbal's battery was around about 4 hours, whereas the Chameleon is around about 8 hours. So essentially doubling the time of recording. Now, when it comes to usability, the gimbal is obviously lighter and a little bit smaller, so you would think in certain circumstances potentially easier to use. The thing with these sports tracking gimbals is you want them really on the centre line of the pitch or the court in order for it to track subjects effectively. And if you're going to be doing all this, ideally you're going to be wanting to use a tripod. So if you're actually going to be using a tripod because you're going to want it to perform to the best of its abilities, then although you could argue the gimbal is smaller and lighter and easier to use, if you're sticking this on a gimbal, realistically I'd pick this every day because it's got better tracking, it's got better battery, it's got higher resolution, And if you're sticking both on a gimbal, lightweight and portability doesn't really matter. Now, one question I do get asked quite often when I've taken this out and shown people this is, what is the camera that's in the Chameleon actually for? Does that record in 4K? Does it do this? It's a 120-degree AI tracker. So what you can do with that camera is you can take a picture of, say, a jersey for it to track, and it will then recognize it on that camera. Whereas in the past, the gimbal, although it did a relatively good job of tracking the subjects, was using your phone to track the subject and then also to record the footage. Whereas this has a dedicated camera to just concentrate on nothing but tracking. That then obviously frees up the ability for your phone to record in 4K because it's not also doing the tracking job as well. And obviously, I've seen people say, but the Xbot Go gimbal has received an update to the tracking, and that's fine, that's great. But having the dedicated camera on board provides a much better user experience for the end user. And we're all about variety being the spice of life here at Squadding Quads. So it actually comes in pearl grey, lava graphite, and lemon green. But I think you'll probably agree the lemon green that we've got on screen right now is the most stunning of all of them. It weighs 540 grams. You can't use it handheld, so you're gonna have to find a surface to put it on because it will do a full 360-degree tracking. So even if the action goes behind, it will continue to track behind. You need it on a tripod, or you need it on a wall, or you need it on a surface for it to be able to do that. Obviously, like I say, tracks jersey numbers, which is amazing. And yeah, it really is something extra special in comparison to the first model. The first model I used with my kids, and it was good. But like I say, the biggest problem with it for me is, as somebody who likes to create content in the highest quality possible, it was the fact that ultimately it only recorded in 1080p. And that was a real issue for me. Whereas this, as you know, I'm always going to have a tripod with me because of the other content creation that I do. So to have this with me in the bag, stick it on the tripod and just have it record in action while I'm doing other things is fantastic. Really good if you've got a drone meetup and you can get it to sort of follow all the people who are flying whilst you're all flying. It saves somebody actually having to be the cameraman that day. During my extensive testing, one thing that I found out that really did surprise me is that whilst it's working and tracking and doing its thing, you can actually plug it into, say, a power bank or something like the All Powers R600 that I reviewed, link above, and it will continue to work whilst being charged at the same time. A lot of the time, these gimbals, they won't do that. You either have to use it or charge it, but to be able to use it and charge it at the same time, especially like I say, if you're a drone pilot and you want to record a meet and have a cameraman follow people, you can get them to stand in front of it, hold the hand up, it will follow that person then for the rest of the time, the day, the whatever. You can have it charged up on the All Powers, and away you go. You're laughing all day long. So I'm going to drop a link down below if you would like to buy one. I believe it is an affiliate link. I'm not 100% sure. So ultimately, what do you think of the Xbot Go Chameleon? I think it's personally a great upgrade on what was a really solid, strong sports tracking, people tracking gimbal in the original Xbot Go gimbal. Will you be buying it? Is it something that would interest you for your FPV drone meets? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace.